Hey guys, welcome back to the shop. It's time for a top to go on that killer base that we did yesterday. I'm super excited about how the base turned out. It really turned out good. So we're going to rough mill this stuff probably on the bandsaw and cut it to rough length, and then we'll start the milling process. And hopefully by late this afternoon, we've got at least one, if not two, glue ups ready to go. Okay, so there's the boards we picked out for the front slab, and we've also kind of half-heartedly marked out where the inset vise is going to live. This will be the front slab, by the way, and marked out for the dog holes. So we're going to go ahead and get the dog holes drilled next, and then I think we're ready to glue this one up. Okay, and there we got all the dog holes in. We are ready for our first glue up. Okay, so while we're waiting for the slabs to cure up, we'll go ahead, and I had some walnut on hand, and I'll toss it in our cost flow so you can see what it was. I'll figure out the board footage on this and show you what my local is. We didn't have to pay for this because it was already here, but I will add this cost to our flow chart. Okay, well there's the slabs. They're dead flat and they just turned out great. We're super happy with them. So we set the tool tray in there, and all of our measurements just came out spot on. So following Mel's plans is really paid off. They really came out great. So next up, we're going to get that tool tray out of there and flip this thing over and set the base upside down and start locating for the mortises for those tenons on the legs to sit in. Okay, so there it is. We got it set up on the top. We have the removable tray in the middle. We've got spacers in for that. We're just going to go ahead and mark off for these tenons, and then we're going to go get the mortises cut in each one of the slabs, and this thing should be sitting on the base before we wrap it up for the night. Well, there it is, guys, the end of day 2. We got the top on, we got the tool tray in. It still needs to be notched so it sits down flush with the top, but we're super happy with the fit. It couldn't have worked out any better. So far, everything is pretty dead on to the plan. So that's a huge kudos to Mel Morris and his measurements and his design work, because it's just spot on. Tomorrow we'll go ahead and we'll notch out and get that tool tray sitting flush, and then we're going to go after the cabinet underneath. And there's just a ton of work there that we got to do in a day and a half. So it'll be another very full, very long day tomorrow, and we'll see how far we get. Okay, let day 3 begin. We're going to start by taking some of the offcut poplar and screwing it into the inside rails where this case is going to sit. So just some added extra support. The case is going to screw to the legs, so it'll be plenty strong, but I just wanted a little extra support underneath. So we're going to go ahead and install those 2 pieces of poplar there on the inside lower rails. Then we'll get going on the case. Okay, well there's the first dry fit of the box. It's nice and square. We can go ahead and measure for our back panel now. We're also going to put a couple of half shelves inside towards the back. So we'll go ahead and figure out what we want and get shelf pins put in. They'll be floating shelves. So that's what's up next. Okay, next up, we're going to glue up the case. We've got all the parts laid out, got clamps set strategically on either end so they'll be easy to get to. And once we get it all square and glued up, we'll come back and add some brad nails. Okay, so we've marked what we got to hog out, and we actually got to hog out quite a bit to get really the optimum use out of this vise. So we're going to hog that out here, and then we're going to come back and beef up on the inside, and we'll go long to give this area some extra support. Now the slab, it sits on here, and this will be screwed from the bottom. So structurally, I think we're fine. But we're going to go ahead and hog this material out next, and then we'll build our beef up strip. Okay, so there you can see what we've got set up for mounting this vise. Essentially that front rail and really the top will be the front jaw of the vise, and that strip that we have in the back, we'll go ahead and epoxy that as well as screw it to the rail just to give some extra rigidity through there. So we're going to get that glued up and get it set aside, and start moving on to some other things. Okay guys, there we got the case put in. We goofed up a little bit. We had originally thought we were going to put Euro hinges in this, and we installed that case and didn't put the hinges in. So, and as tight as that case was, it's not coming back out. So we're really against the gun for time now. So we're going to move on. And if we get to the doors, then we'll go with just some regular butt hinges and put those in, and it'll be fine. So moving on, we're gonna get the case painted the way it needs to be, and we're gonna start on drawer construction. So that's what's up next.